The resignation of Gary Cohn, how do you feel this is going to shake out?
Well, it gives the president an opportunity to install people who are protectionist, firmly against free trade, more pivotally important in his administration. If Navarro is appointed with the roguish reputation he's got in economic circles and political circles to this job, it would be a very powerful protectionist message. I don't think Trump would want to go that far. Certainly there is a sense now that the world could be on the brink of a major trade war. The best thing to happen would be for everyone to do nothing, for there to be no retaliation from Europe, even in symbolic ways like putting a tariff on Harley Davidson or blue jeans or Kentucky bourbon. That might give a chance to Republicans to try to reshape the thinking of their president.
Do you think that scenario is that the rest of the world would just sit on their hands and do nothing, especially when China has a history of being very much a tit-for-tat retaliatory kind of country?
Okay, one of the most encouraging things in this is how cautious the Chinese have been. No one can accuse the Chinese of overreacting to President Trump's provocations, right back to when he was waiting for inauguration and tripping up over Taiwan and other sensitive issues. The Chinese held back, and they've been doing that ever since. So I would expect the Chinese to continue to be cautious. I think the Europeans need now to debate whether a tit-for-tat is really in their interest, given the sheer volatility of the White House, of this White House. We've never seen anything like this. We've never seen any American leadership vacate the world of global norms and rules-based systems. Right now, after these tariff decisions, no one is entitled to use the expression, the American-led liberal global order, because this president's not interested in promoting a rules-based order. That's not left.
Mr. Carr, this is Martin here in Beijing. Let me quickly jump into the question. I'm interested in your personal views now on the re-emergence or rise of China. When you were last in government under Julia Gillard back in 2012 as the foreign minister, in one of your first substantive speeches, you were, this is paraphrasing you, you were saying that nobody should be surprised at all and everybody should welcome the re-emergence of China as a significant, if not major, economic power. I'm wondering whether or not that position or view has changed, because less than 3 or 4 months ago you were publicly quoted being very opposed to Chinese investment in the Adani coal project in Queensland. Are your reservations specific to that project, or has your position on China's reemergence changed?
Oh, no, it's not changed at all. I think it's an exhilarating consideration for the world that Chinese people living in poverty are being elevated out of it. I think that is as good as it gets. I think China's performance inspires admiration and it inspires emulation, but it's also a bit of a trauma for people who are attached to what might be described now as an old world order. And there are some people in Australia who are traumatised by what I think is a hopeful and optimistic, a positive thing, the continued rise of China. What China is in the process of doing is taking 850 million people between 2012 and 2030 and adding them to the world's middle class. Now, if we in the West can't see that as being hugely advantageous to us, to China, to the world, then there's something wrong with us. We shouldn't be traumatised by this. We should welcome it. I was on the Adani coal mine because I'm opposed to the mine as an environmentalist. I was alerting Chinese banks to the fact that it would be a risky investment. I think they were reaching that view themselves.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.